Good afternoon, people. Today we're doing board 790 on the daily Geogrid. Let's see if we can cook up something as well as yesterday. So for clues, we have a very good clue which capital is not the most populated city. We have a very broad clue with coat of arms, flag with 5 colors, also very similar to coat of arms. Member of the Commonwealth, I like that category. Area greater than 5,000 is not very restrictive. And name consists of multiple words. Okay, there's a lot of overlap here. Okay. A lot of our coat of arms countries are members of the Commonwealth and have multiple words in their names. We're thinking stuff as like Saint Helena, um, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Islands. We have Turks and Caicos, we have the Falkland, those Pitcairn. Um, all of those are very good on this board, I believe. Pitcairn, actually, Turks and Caicos also goes where capital is not most populated, as far as I know. I'm not sure about the others. Saint Helena, maybe. Um, the thing is, Saint Helena is known because of Napoleon, so I don't really like writing it. Member of the Commonwealth is interesting. Okay, we gotta rule out some stuff. Turks and Caicos needs to go somewhere. Pitcairn needs to go somewhere. Like with a coat of arms Commonwealth is probably where you wanna put the best guess. And I do believe Turks and Caicos is the best guess, considering it works for every square except this one. Um, I think name consists of multiple words plus flag with 5 plus colors is a good one to put Pitcairn. Flag with coat of arms, multiple words, also good to put Pitcairn. So we'll come back to that. I'm definitely putting it to one of them. Capital, not the most populated city. Well, we're thinking for this especially, we're thinking something like Sint Martin sounds quite plausible. With area greater than 5,000, you might want to think about stuff for this like Equatorial Guinea, which does work for this, and this as well. Obviously this, but they're not putting it there because you have islands that are better. Maybe if we don't go Equatorial Guinea. I'm thinking, okay, well, capital is not the most populated, 5,000. I'm thinking Palestine. Um, Obviously not the most populated city, and um, it's quite the edge case on this. I like maybe it's like 6,000. So getting an edge case on 5,000 square limit is quite good because it doesn't really help at all other than that. These two are tough. These two are probably what I'm gonna do last because there's a lot of questions about them. I wish the Falklands was a good guess because then you could use Falklands on one of these, but I haven't like really ever had success with Falklands on the grids. Um, Capital is not the most populated city member of the Commonwealth. Now I'm thinking of something like the Gambia, which might be forgotten as a Commonwealth nation. Hmm, the Gambia. I like the Gambia. Let's go to Gambia. This is a bit of a weird guess, per se, because it doesn't have 5 colors. Just for some reason I recall... Oh damn, you can do this. That is cool. I'll do this, so I think it's cooler. Um, I do believe member of Commonwealth, the Gambia has been good before. I can't think why else I would think of it as such a good guess. Flag with five colors, member of the Commonwealth. I think I'm just going to write Guyana here. It's one of the one of these very cheap guesses on flag with five colors because the average person just forgets for either the black or the white. Yeah, so I think Guyana is very good here. Actually, I like having them shapes here too, so that I can practice the shapes better for other geographic games. Um, okay, I did mention Saint Martin. I don't think Saint Martin applies for this category. I would otherwise write that here. Maybe we go both. Let's go Saint here and then Saint here. They're a shared island. This one owned by the Dutch and this one owned by the French. Um, okay, well that would put Pitcairn here then. Okay, well that's nice that it solves that. I didn't really think about it actually. 3.2 seems quite bad on this. Flag, coat of arms, multiple word. I guess it is like at one point it just becomes only territories. So maybe it's fine. I actually have no idea what to put here. What would be a good guess? Well, obviously here you want a country that's flag has 5 plus colors. Here you probably have a coat of arm. Oh, okay. El Salvador comes to mind. Like this dual color and then there being blue in the coat of arms will probably make people afraid to guess. But I knew there's black, gold, and green on the coat of arms, so it works quite well there. Hmm. It's not a very entertaining part, having to just go through the mind bank of what's been good before and what would make sense. Probably a name that consists of multiple words. Yeah, El Salvador is a good guess just based on that as well. Same with the Gambia. Though the Gambia doesn't work for these, so it's kind of whatever, it's just for this. Hmm. Am I just going Equatorial Guinea? Can I think of anything better? Let's go Equatorial Guinea here. 1.2. That seems good. We get rank 18 out of just a bit over 6,000. Let's look at board insight. Um, let's see the board answers. We don't care about these. Let's look at these. Oh, we found this. Dominican Republic. What was St. Martin? Okay, 2% probably not the best for this either. There's probably like a 1.8%er that goes here. So two whiffs, I'd say. Dominican Republic is quite hard to place. Um, Equatorial Guinea, obviously one of the reasons why you can write it here is capital is not the most populated city in Equatorial Guinea. Obviously not part of the Commonwealth, but it does fit into all 6 of these squares. I wonder why Dominican works. Obviously, it fits for these two, but I don't. Santo Domingo is definitely the largest city in the Dominican. Well, that's okay. I'm just curious. Did I forget anything here? Well, Cocos is interesting. That's probably this is probably the best guess over Saint Martin. Yeah, I think Cocos is correct here. Cocos here, Dominican here is probably best board. Um, well, I think it went okay. I believe Equatorial Guinea is a good guess. Saint Martin, maybe Cocos is just the objectively better guess, but we move. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk again tomorrow.